How George Clooney spends his $500 million. It can be a challenge sometimes to find a film that George Clooney hasn't been in. He made his claim to fame and he refused to leave. In 2018, he was reported to be the highest paid actor in the world, having earned $239 million between June 1, 2017 and June 1, 2018, according to Forbes. He made twice as much as Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. His wealth is shocking not because he lacks fame, but rather because he hasn't appeared on the silver screen since 2016. He has been in some short films and television shows, but for the most part he has been off the big screen. His fortune began with being an actor, but as he grew as a person, his monstrous wealth now stems from the sales of his tequila business. Using all of that money, Clooney has been able to make a wide array of really interesting purchases. Like most celebrities, much of his fortune goes into real estate. Clooney owns a $13 million villa in Italy. This stunning 18th century home has 13 bedrooms, 11 bathrooms, a large garage, outside swimming pool, a gym, and a tennis court. This has been the setting for many A-list guests, including the Obama family. When the Obamas were a guest there, people were not permitted within 300 feet of the villa without acquiring a hefty fine. Clooney also owns a home in Los Angeles. In 1995, he paid $2.2 million for the 7,300 square foot home. This particular house has a very reputable wine cellar, a cinema, and a basketball court. In 2012, he said that it was his second season of ER and he was living in a relatively small house, so he thought he would upgrade to a larger home with more privacy so he wouldn't fall victim to every single paparazzi attack. Clooney also owns a home in Mexico. He paid a whopping $50 million for the home in Cabo, Mexico. The property itself has two separate villas, the other one belonging to Miss Cindy Crawford. Clooney's villa has 7 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms, an outdoor fireplace, and a stunning swimming pool with a view of the ocean. His houses don't stop there. Clooney spends most of his days now in a $13 million Berkshire mansion. Clooney and his wife desire privacy, so the estate is surrounded by trees for privacy. They did say in an interview that after they bought the house, they added a terrace, cinema, and a pool house. Along with all of his real estate, Clooney is also a fan of owning transportation in a few different forms. He has a Chevrolet Corvette V8 C1 convertible. Although it is a valuable classic, this is more than just a vehicle to Clooney. His father purchased the car in 1958, and the actor is doing an excellent job conserving it. He also owns a Tango 600. This car is known for being extremely thin. The idea was using the car after charging it for 3 hours. It cost over $100,000. But this isn't the only electric vehicle George is driving. But one of Clooney's passions is in motorcycles. He owned a great deal of motorcycles and was often seen driving about on them. However, this passion was one Clooney had to forfeit after a serious accident in Italy. He also owned a Tesla Signature 100 Roadster. However, he donated in 2012 for an auction. The money went to victims in Sudan. That year, he was also arrested for protesting in front of Sudanese embassy. This brings us to the final most impressive thing Clooney owns. He is no stranger to human rights activists. When asked how he spends the money he earns from starring in the Nespresso coffee commercials, he said, quote, "Most of the money I make on the commercials I spend keeping a satellite over the border of North and South Sudan to keep an eye on Omar al-Bashir." End quote. This satellite surveils and tracks Sudan's army in an attempt to warn civilians before any potential attacks occur. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to iMillionaire.